Hello everyone. This is going to be a small video in which we are going to discuss how to use the Power Trade Scanner on GoCharting.com. So let's start with where we can find this particular indicator of the scanner. You can see on the chart, this is a BTC USD chart. I have chosen this instrument because it is this particular instrument is live all the time, so you can check this particular indicator at any given point in time. Now why is that so? Because all the data about the power trades or the large lots that are being traded, this particular indicator just shows you the large lots according to the settings that you have chosen on your chart. So essentially the green dots are the large buy lots according to what I have set, and the red ones are the large sell lots again according to the settings that we've chosen. Now this particular display that you're seeing is coming on because this particular BTC instrument is live at the moment. So as soon as you refresh the browser, all of this goes. We'll do that in some time after we're done understanding what this particular indicator and what the settings are, and we will see what happens. So if you are intending to see this particular indicator or the small dots that you see here on the screen, for example on Nifty and Bank Nifty, after the market is closed, you will not see it because these particular dots that are being displayed here are stored on your browser. So it's not on the client side, that is it is not on it's not on the server side, it's on the client side, that is it is at your end. So as soon as you refresh the browser or you close it, it goes away. So every time there is a live market going on, you can see this, let it be any instrument, and the settings will just understand. Okay, now this is an order flow chart. We've discussed a lot on this. You can see the videos that I have posted already. So this is an imbalance chart where the yellow signifies just a minute, I'll get the I'm sorry about that, where the yellow signifies just a minute. Okay, so the yellow, these yellow shades signify imbalance. So we're not going to discuss about imbalance. I'm just telling you because there might be some confusion creeping in. So you can change the color now. This is a feature that has been added on Go Charting recently. Now let's first go to the settings where we can actually implement this. Okay, so when you go to the settings panel, there is a selection over here for a row that's called order flow. Okay, so we've all discussed this before: tick manager, format volume, and all that. So we've not formatted any volume in this, that we've not done any the tick size we've kept as 2 for BTC USD, and over here I've selected 30,000, and I've selected this value so that we can keep seeing this quite often. Okay, and after you select turn it on, select the volume that you want to see displayed. So for example, whenever there is a 30,000 volume at any given price level, if it is a buy volume, it will show up in green. If it is a sell volume, it will show up in red. And these, as we know, on a footprint or an order flow chart, represent only market orders. There are no limit orders on an order flow or footprint chart. Okay, so let's get the basics straight here. And the time interval, I've set it as 1. So this implies that in every 1 second, whenever there is a volume that exceeds 30,000 or 30 or above, I will see this dot. So if it is a 30,000 buy order, I will see a green one. If it is a 30,000 sell order, I would see a red one in 1 second. Now I can go ahead and increase the setting to 2, 3. What I would recommend is to have it 3 or below. Why I say that? You are interested in knowing the big players who are executing really fast, okay, at any given level. So if you keep 5 seconds, 4 seconds, that means there is a mix of other orders. So for example, if it crosses 30 at a given level and it's gone just reached 30, that wouldn't be one order per se. It would be 5-6 orders combining to be 30, and it might not be of that significance at the moment. Okay, so that is why I prefer to keep it as low as possible, 1 or 2, even 3 is okay, but again 3 seconds is a lot of time. But generally, for example, if we talk about instruments like Nifty and Bank Nifty, 3 seconds would do fine. It again is your preference, individual choices and opinions is what you have to think about. The only nuance is that you have to stick to what you choose, so that you are able to understand any or visualize any change that takes place in the market that is away from the normal. What do I mean by that? So for example, I am seeing a market that is dull, and I don't see any 30,000 contracts being traded in say 2 seconds, and suddenly I see during the peak hours like 1300 or 1400 a jump, and too many of these red and blue dots, green dots coming up. It implies that someone has stepped in. The retail was taking care of everything till that time, and some institution or some big money or smart money, whatever you want to call it, has stepped in. Okay, so that is the significance. Now, how do you relate to what happened yesterday? Is not the same or is the same, is by keeping the settings same and constant all the time. So whenever there are high volume bars, you get to know, okay, this wasn't the case yesterday or maybe in the morning session, but something has changed and someone is getting more and more aggressive. So this order flow footprint is all about getting to know which side is more aggressive, okay, so that you can decide to stay in your position, or I mean cut your losses short or whatever. So that is where we essentially use this particular tool to its best possible extent. Okay, now I have selected 30,000 1 seconds, and then you can go ahead and apply the trade and you would see this. So let's go ahead and do this. So as you see, this is what I was about to say. As soon as you do it, the browser gets refreshed, and now there are fresh trades being shown here, and all the previous data gets erased because it is on your servers, it's on your browser, it's on the client side. Okay, so the data is being showed on your PC. So if it goes, as soon as I refresh, we'll do that again, and I'll show you what I mean. If you refresh this, everything goes. Just a minute, and we see this. Okay, this is the previous setting that we had. Just a minute, let me take out everything so that we're able to see. Okay, so this has happened because I did not save my settings on the previous one. Let's do this and let's apply this. Okay, now we'll see any 30,000 more. There you go. So there is a buy order. Okay, and so on. You will see this. Now, how is it useful is the question that would be arising in your minds. This is useful because whenever you see such large lots or large orders, for example in Nifty, anything above 400 contracts, whatever, you can like over we see red, but since the numbers are too frequent here, obviously it means that I have set the value or the threshold level too low. Okay, so if I go ahead, I did that so as to make you understand how this pops up on the screen. Okay, so if you when you observe a market and you or any instrument, you get to know after a few days, okay, what actually is a large order. Okay, when you see it for days, when there are large trending days, you'll get to know what is a large order. So for example, over here, even when we look here, we can see, okay, something above 60, 70, 50 is decent enough. So how many times do we see this? Is the other trick that you can use is you see this large volume, you take any large volume bars, okay, so and see the orders that were executed in that particular bar. You get to know, okay, what is the size that is actually considered to be or should be considered as a large order. Okay, so let's take this example. Okay, in the last few last maybe 1 hour, you say this is this particular candle is showing volume considerably higher than the other bars, and we go inside and see which are the high volume nodes here. So you see 141,000, 153,000. So let's start with naming it 1 lakh. Okay, so anything above 1 lakh, this is 10,000 and 1 lakh. So okay, so should pop up. Now let's see how many times it does pop up. If it does, so this was to check it right away. You can go and use this particular instrument BTC USD on Bybit, and you can see all this, and you can test all your theories. So there you go. Okay, so it's popped up here, but it is the sell order was here. So this is a huge order. Okay, even if you just observe this, there is no 539k over here. So this is how it becomes significant. So there is some a huge seller coming in here, and that is how we can make use of it. Okay, so this is a huge sell order. Now what happens next is again how you use order flow, but the essence of this whole video or the explanation was to be able to use this small tool to benefit you greatly. Okay, so not only do you come to know about the imbalances, you also come to know about where the large lots were executed. How this would help is, for example, if the market does pop down, okay, and it comes up, you know there will be at least one pullback down from this level, one pullback down from this level, and it is highly probable that I mean it does pull back. So if you want to take a scalp, it also depends on how low it goes further. Okay, and that is how you use it in conjunction with an order flow chart. Now if you want to use it on a simple chart, even that is possible. So there is no need actually to use it on an order flow only. Okay, so let me change it to a candlestick, and you will still see the dots being displayed there. So even on a simple candlestick chart, you don't like numbers, you don't understand them, this is how you can use it. You can use it on a simple candlestick chart and understand the large lots that were traded without having all the numbers in there if you're not comfortable with them. Okay, so you can do it on any given particular time frame, on any given type of candlestick chart. So you can do it on a line chart, you can do it on a I mean even a Renko, if I'm not wrong. Okay, it doesn't show up on a Renko, I'm sorry for that. So on a candlestick chart, on an OHLC also it's not. So it's there only on the candlestick chart. So it's a great feature to have. Okay, my bad. It's because it's getting refreshed as we spoke about earlier. So let's see if we actually get it on a Renko. Okay, let's see, and let's do one more thing so that we don't have to wait that long, and we make it, as we discussed earlier, 30,000, so that we can get signals earlier. This way we'll know whether it is showing up even on a Renko chart or not. Okay, is it 30,000? Okay, let's do one more thing so we can compare this. Okay, now let's see, and let's make this even lesser so that we are able to see if it works on a candlestick and a Renko as well. Okay, so the settings for this was, let's make it 10,000 as well. So on both the charts, see, so it is available on a Renko chart as well. See, so that's a really good feature to have. It is available on most of the candlestick or the chart pattern, candlestick types. So on one we have a Renko, on the other hand we have a candlestick chart. So I'm sure it is there on an OHLC chart as well. So whatever is comfortable to you, you can go back to imbalance on one and a basic candlestick and on the other one. The only problem, or I may say it's not a problem, it's a thing to remember, that as soon as you refresh the browser, you do any change in the setting, it goes, because it is basically stored on your browser. It becomes very difficult to store all the data on the server side because the settings are I mean to say are unique to every user. Okay, so I hope this was useful to all of you. Now I will try and make a video on the NSE instruments, primarily the indices that are Nifty and Bank Nifty, if I get time, because as you know, it has to be done on a live market to display, but you get the essence. It can be used very effectively on any candlestick chart pattern, or I'm sorry, any candle type, even on an order flow, on a Renko, whatever. You can see the subtle large lots being traded. There is no harm in knowing where the big players are putting their money or squaring off that money positions at a given price level. Okay, so I hope this video was useful to you. Until next time, thank you guys. Bye bye.